Hi guys, and welcome back to For the Love of Baking. So today we're going to be making challah, which is a Jewish egg bread that is traditionally braided. It's really good, and I'm not going to be talking throughout the whole video to show you how to make it. I will just be putting words on the screen so that you can follow along with what I'm doing, and I hope that makes it a lot easier for you guys to follow. I'm trying to try a new method for people. But you'll hear from me later on in the video when I'm shaping the bread, inshallah. And I'm back, guys, because I wanted to make sure that I talked you guys through this step, which is the shaping of the dough. It would have been way too much writing for me to do. I would have been filling up the entire screen with writing. But anyways, so now that the raisins are like nicely distributed throughout the dough, I'm going to divide it into 4 pieces. If you want to do this exactly, you can use a scale and measure it so that they're, and weigh it so that they're exactly the same weight, and you'll get a much more even looking product. But like, I wasn't about to do all that, and also I couldn't find batteries for my scale, so yeah. So what we're going to do to each piece is sort of just flatten it out a little bit, and then we're just going to roll it in on itself and make a little log. You're not really stretching or anything, you're just putting it in the beginning stages of rolling it out into the long strands that we'll be using to make our 4-strand braid. This does not have to be 4 strands. You can make it 3 strands, or I would say you can make it a twist, but it's not really going to be as pretty or as dramatic. You can make it 6 strands if you want to go there, or 5 strands if you want to go there. And all you have to do is just look online and figure out how to braid it that way. But I'm showing you guys how to do 4 strands, and it's gonna look really pretty. So we're gonna let these sit for like 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna cover it with some plastic and a towel, just so that the dough can relax and maybe rise just a little bit, so that it's easier for me to stretch these out into the logs. So you want to make sure that you let it rest enough, because if you don't, then it's gonna be kind of hard to stretch it out. And if the dough seems like it's like stiff and it's not stretching, and you're like struggling and like smashing it down so that it stretches out into this rope that you're trying to make, then just let it sit for longer. Let it sit for like another 10-15 minutes, and then go back to it, because you don't want to push all of the air and softness out of the dough. You want it to be naturally rolled out. See how easily like these are just rolling out into logs? Yeah, that's how you want it to be. So now that these are all nicely rolled out, and you want them to be about the same length, preferably the exact same length. So what we're going to do is put the top parts together. Now we're going to stick these all together. And this is a really, really simple braid. Like, it's not hard at all. Just think of doing a normal braid, but you're just taking the first strand and putting it over and under until it gets to the other side. And then repeat that with that side again. You'll take that strand over, under, over, till it's all the way on the other side. Over, under, over, till it's all the way on the other side. Like, it's like really, really simple. So easy. And it looks really pretty and a lot more dramatic than a 3-strand braid. So I definitely think if you make this, you should try doing 4 strands or 5 strands, because you can do 5 strands the exact same way. Just make sure it goes over and over, over and under until it gets to the other side. And then you want to just tuck the ends. You want to like smash the ends together a little bit and tuck it under, and do that. This side, we're just gonna have to do over and under, but starting from the other side, so that it looks even. So after I after I braid these pieces back together and tuck them in, what I'm gonna do is put this dough on a baking sheet that has been buttered or sprayed with oil or whatever it is that you want to use, and then we're gonna brush it with egg wash, and we're gonna leave it inside of an oven, which is not warm, but maybe you could leave your oven light on, and you're gonna leave it in there to rise for about 40 minutes, and you're gonna keep brushing it with the egg wash periodically, like every 20 minutes, every 15 minutes, so that it doesn't dry out, because you're not going to cover it while it's rising. What's going to hydrate the skin is that you're going to keep brushing it. So I know this tray looks dry, but I actually ended up taking off and putting coconut oil on it. So yeah, that's what I'm starting to do with the brush here. And then once I'm finished brushing it, I'm just going to put it in the oven and let it rise. An oven that has not been turned on, you can just leave your oven light on and that's about it. Anyways, so this is what it looks like after it's risen. It's actually really big. It seems like it's not really showing, but it rose a lot. So I put it in the oven and it's baking at 375, and I put this on top of it. Though you put foil on it if it's browning too fast, and that helps with this to stop the browning. So this is the finished product. Oh man, this bread, like, I wish I had been hungry when I finished making this bread because it was like so good. Like if I had cut it open, my husband cut it open and ate some of it and ate it with butter, and it just looked and smelled and tasted so freaking bomb. Yeah, you should definitely try this. So I wanted to show you guys the inside, because I usually cut my bread into slices and then I put it in a bag and freeze it so that it lasts a long time, because it's just me and my husband and we're not going to finish all of that in like 2 days, you know, so that it'll last a while. So this is what the inside looks like. Look at the structure, you know, very even, very beautiful looking, and nice and soft and squishy inside. Perfect for French toast and for just cinnamon toast or whatever it is that you want to make with it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and click the notification bell so that you're notified every single time I post a new video.